If you were drawn to this message, it's because you already carry a frequency that most people don't understand. People call it calmness. People call it peace. People call it emotional stability. But what the quantum field sees, and what most humans never realize, is that true calmness is not a personality trait. It is a frequency signature. People who remain calm in situations where others collapse aren't just relaxed or unbothered. They're operating from a different level of internal coherence. Their nervous system is synchronized in ways the average consciousness hasn't achieved yet. And the quantum field responds to that synchronization with clarity, alignment, and accelerated manifestation. So right now, as you take in these words, pay attention to the subtle shift happening in your awareness. You're not just listening for information. You're listening for recognition. Because if calmness is your natural state, your energy is already interacting with this message at a deeper level than your mind realizes. Let's begin. Most people move through life vibrating in fragmented waves. Their energy fluctuates with every emotion, every distraction, every reaction. That inconsistency creates noise in the field, noise that blocks intuition, clarity, and accurate perception. But calm individuals operate differently. Your frequency is smoother. Your internal waves are harmonized. Your energy doesn't spike without reason. Your field doesn't fracture under pressure. Your nervous system doesn't misfire when life becomes unpredictable. This creates what physicists call field stability and what mystics call energetic grounding. Both are describing the same phenomenon, a consciousness capable of holding coherence under conditions that break others. The quantum field responds to stability faster than it responds to intensity. This is why calm individuals often make better decisions, see patterns others miss, sense outcomes before they unfold, stay aligned when others panic, attract solutions instead of problems, receive intuitive downloads effortlessly. Calmness isn't weakness. Calmness is a quantum advantage. Here's the truth most people never understand. Being calm doesn't mean you feel less. It means you process more. Calm individuals have internal systems that regulate emotion instead of suppressing it, neutralize stress without external validation, remain centered when confronted with chaos, integrate sensations without emotional overflow, translate feelings into clear energetic signals, respond consciously instead of reacting impulsively. The quantum field amplifies whatever you hold internally. So when your internal world is regulated, the field mirrors that regulation back to you. People who are always calm tend to manifest cleaner timelines, avoid unnecessary conflict, prevent chaos from entering their life, attract stable relationships, navigate discomfort with ease, rise above collective emotional storms. Your emotional regulation isn't accidental. It is a form of energetic mastery that most people won't reach for years. This is one of the most hidden quantum truths. The more resistance your energy produces, the harder your life becomes. People who panic, overthink, or react quickly generate huge amounts of energetic friction. This distorts their field, delays their manifestations, and blocks intuitive guidance. But calm individuals move with minimal resistance. Their energy isn't fighting itself. Their thoughts aren't arguing with their intuition. Their emotions aren't overpowering their logic. Their frequency isn't being pulled apart by conflicting impulses. This low-resistance state allows faster manifestation, smoother transitions, clearer intuition, easier decision-making, more accurate perception, accelerated alignment. Calmness is not passivity. Calmness is frictionless power. It is the ability to move through life without tearing your own energy apart. Yes, the field trusts you. Why? Because your nervous system isn't in a survival loop. When your nervous system is regulated, you're not vibrating with fear, scarcity, or urgency. And the quantum field cannot calibrate to panic. It can only calibrate to coherence. Calm individuals subconsciously send this signal. I am safe. I am grounded. I am open to guidance. The field knows it can deliver insights to you. The field knows you'll process those insights accurately. The field knows you won't distort the message. The field knows your energy won't misinterpret the signal. This is why calm individuals often have extremely sharp intuition, laser-like inner clarity, powerful internal guidance, strong emotional intelligence, effortless manifestation ability. You're not guessing. You're perceiving. You're not hoping. You're sensing. You're not forcing. You're aligning. Calmness creates a receptive state, the state where quantum communication becomes possible. Here's something the quantum field reveals clearly. Most people are not experiencing their own emotions. They are experiencing absorbed emotions from others. Fear spreads. Anger spreads. Insecurity spreads. Chaos spreads. Overreaction spreads. This is emotional contamination, and it distorts personal frequency more than people realize. Calm individuals function like energetic filters. You don't absorb chaos. You don't internalize noise. You don't inherit other people's instability. You don't merge with collective panic. You don't adopt emotional patterns that don't belong to you. Instead, your field neutralizes the distortion. This isn't aloofness. This isn't detachment. This isn't indifference. This is an energetic immune system. Calmness is emotional immunity. And emotional immunity protects your timeline. Calm individuals have something most people lack: perception bandwidth. When your energy is stable, your awareness expands. You see more. You feel more. You sense more. You read patterns other people overlook. You can detect hidden motives, subconscious tension, energetic lies, emotional imbalance, unspoken intentions, deteriorating timelines, future outcomes forming in the field. People who remain calm aren't slow. They are perceptually advanced. Your calmness gives you the ability to detect illusions before they collapse. And this is one of the reasons people often seek your presence. You bring clarity into environments flooded with confusion. This is something the quantum field makes extremely clear. A calm person in a room alters the frequency of everyone else. Because your field holds coherence, it stabilizes the energy around you. People breathe easier around you without knowing why. People soften when you're nearby. People feel less chaotic, less reactive, less scattered. You don't force this. Your energy does it. Automatically. Effortlessly. You have a regulating effect. And the quantum field amplifies whatever regulates. This is why your presence alone can change dynamics without you speaking, arguing, or asserting influence. Calmness is not silence. Calmness is frequency leadership. If you are still here, then your energy has already begun stabilizing. You don't stay with content like this by accident. You stay because your nervous system recognizes truth. It recognizes alignment. And it recognizes that what you are absorbing now is beginning to unhook old emotional programs that once caused you to react impulsively, absorb unnecessary chaos, and internalize other people's projections. Most people walk through life with scrambled, unstable internal energy. Their thoughts jump. Their emotions spike. Their attention fragments. As a result, their electromagnetic field becomes irregular, spiky, unpredictable, chaotic. The quantum field mirrors this instability back to them. That's why they experience constant conflict, misunderstandings, emotional overwhelm, and unnecessary drama. But people who are consistently calm, their electromagnetic field is coherent, balanced, regulated. This doesn't mean they never feel things. It means their emotional waves are guided, not reactive. When you regulate your internal frequency, the quantum field organizes around you instead of against you. Calm people naturally attract stable environments, grounded individuals, predictable outcomes, smooth transitions, clarity instead of confusion, opportunities instead of friction. They are not lucky. They are aligned. This is one of the major quantum differences between chaotic people and calm people. Chaotic people absorb everything. Other people's moods, online negativity, background tension, emotional projections, unspoken expectations, subtle hostility, fear-based collective energy. They act like emotional sponges. But calm people do not absorb energy. They observe it. This is a higher-level quantum skill. It means their field has a clear boundary. Observation creates separation, and separation gives you the power to choose a response. This is why calm people don't escalate conflict. They don't match hostility. They don't mirror negativity. They don't get dragged into emotional storms. They remain centered because they know the quantum rule. You cannot align with what you refuse to internalize. Calm people refuse to internalize chaos. That's why chaos passes through them instead of sticking to them. Most people think power looks like dominance, loudness, or force. But in the quantum world, the highest form of power is neutrality. Neutrality is not passive. It is not indifferent. It is not detached in a cold way. Neutrality is the ability to remain unmoved by low-frequency triggers. Neutral people respond, not react. Evaluate without emotional distortion. Choose the most aligned action instead of the most impulsive one. Maintain clarity under pressure. See patterns others miss. Reduce emotional noise. Conserve psychic energy. Break unnecessary loops before they begin. In the quantum field, neutrality is magnetic. Why? Because neutrality is stable. And the quantum field always gravitates toward stability. This is why calm people often notice that opportunities come to them effortlessly. People trust them naturally. Conflict dissolves around them. Their presence alone soothes others. Situations organize themselves when they walk into the room. It's not charisma. It's coherence. Most people live in mental narratives. He ignored me, so he must be upset. She didn't reply fast, so something is wrong. They didn't congratulate me, so they must not like me. This constant storytelling activates emotional instability. Calm people don't interpret life through stories. They interpret reality through data, patterns, and energy signatures. Instead of, what does this mean about me? They think, what is the energy behind this? This shift is what keeps them composed. They don't spiral into emotional assumptions. They look at the energetic structure of a situation without personalizing it. When you stop taking things personally, your calmness becomes unbreakable. There are people who live in emotional impulsiveness, resentment, jealousy, panic thinking, competition, insecurity, fear of judgment. Calm people do not vibrate at that frequency. It's not that they don't feel those emotions. It's that they don't operate from them. They no longer match frequencies that drain them. When someone stays calm consistently, the quantum field begins to filter their experiences. They no longer attract immature people. They no longer entertain draining conversations. They no longer get involved in emotional chaos. They emit a signal that says, low vibration will not land here. And the universe obeys. Emotions are gravitational. They pull people, situations, and experiences toward them. Fear pulls chaos. Overthinking pulls confusion. Envy pulls competition. Anger pulls conflict. Neediness pulls instability. Calmness pulls clarity. Calmness pulls alignment. Calmness pulls solutions instead of problems. Calmness pulls opportunities that match inner stability. Most people want external peace while maintaining internal turbulence. That's not how the quantum field works. You cannot attract what you contradict internally. Calm people embody the frequency of stability. As a result, stability becomes their external reality. Chaotic people rush. They multitask. They scatter their mental energy. They jump from thought to thought. They make fast decisions just to escape discomfort. Calm people move differently. Their pace is intentional. Their actions are deliberate. Their thinking is spacious. Their choices are energetically clean. This pace creates coherence, and coherence creates magnetism. In a quantum sense, slow equals powerful, rushed equals weak, because speed without alignment scatters energy. But slow, intentional presence amplifies energy. This is why calm people often accomplish more while looking like they're doing less. Their energy is not wasted on inner noise. Chasing is a sign of incoherence. It communicates lack. It communicates insecurity. It communicates misalignment. Calm people don't chase people, outcomes, or validation. They shift their inner frequency until the external matches it. This is high-level quantum mastery. Instead of asking, "How can I get this?" they ask, "What frequency makes this inevitable?" Calm people operate from inevitability, not desperation, and the quantum field responds accordingly. If you made it this far, then your field is already shifting. Calmness is not something you learn. It is something you activate. And everything you've read so far has been slowly realigning your nervous system toward a more coherent baseline. Here is where we explore the highest layer of quantum calmness, the hidden traits and energetic mechanics that most people never realize are operating beneath the surface. Let's continue. Most people live entirely inside the surface layer of reality. The emotional reactions, the opinions, the noise, the external behavior of others. Calm people do not. Calm people live from the energetic layer beneath the surface, where intention, frequency, and internal meaning exist. They don't react to words, they respond to energy behind the words. They don't react to behavior, they respond to the vibration that created the behavior. They don't respond to noise, they respond to patterns. Because the second layer of reality is where people reveal their true intentions. Situations reveal their actual direction. Outcomes reveal their energetic potential. Hidden truths become obvious. This is why calm people rarely get blindsided. They don't operate from the surface. They operate from awareness. And awareness is impossible to destabilize. Chaotic people are uncomfortable with silence. Silence makes them overthink, overreact, or fill the space with unnecessary noise. Calm people see silence differently. Silence is a clarifying force. Silence reveals true motives, emotional patterns, energetic signals, subconscious intentions, the alignment or misalignment of a situation. Calm people are not afraid of silence because they do not need constant stimulation to feel secure. They do not need to prove something. They do not need to defend themselves. They do not need to force understanding. Silence is their calibration space, the place where their energy resets, strengthens, and expands. This is why calm people often radiate clarity without speaking. Their silence is not empty. It is full of coherence. This is one of the most powerful quantum traits. Chaotic people fear being misunderstood because they rely on external perception for internal stability. Calm people do not. Calm people understand. You cannot control the lens others use. Misinterpretation is not a threat. Being understood is irrelevant when self-understanding is strong. Truth will always reveal itself through time. Inner alignment matters more than outer agreement. The quantum field supports those who don't betray themselves to maintain external approval. Whenever you stop defending your energy strengthens. Whenever you stop explaining yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you, your field becomes more coherent. Whenever you stop negotiating your truth, you rise above the noise. Calm people know this, and that is why they remain centered even when others judge, project, or assume. Their stability comes from internal clarity, not external validation. Most people react instantly. There is no space between stimulus and response. But calm people operate with a buffer zone, an energetic distance between the external trigger and the internal reaction. This buffer zone is created through emotional regulation, mindful awareness, energetic boundaries, internal spaciousness, self-command. This internal spaciousness allows calm people to assess the true intention behind a situation, choose the most aligned response, avoid unnecessary conflict, remain emotionally sovereign, maintain clarity even under pressure. This buffer zone is what keeps them powerful. Reactiveness collapses energy. Responsiveness expands it. Calm people choose expansion every time. People assume calmness is a personality trait. It is not. It is a trained nervous system. Calm people have slowly conditioned themselves to operate from the observer position instead of the emotional participant position. They do not fuse with their emotions. They witness them. They do not get absorbed into mental loops. They interrupt them. They do not let their body hijack their mind. They let their consciousness guide their body. This is high-level quantum mastery. When your nervous system stops defaulting to survival mode, your energy stops broadcasting fear-based signals into the field. And when your field is no longer transmitting fear, the universe stops sending you experiences that match fear. This is why calm people's lives are smoother. Not because they avoid challenges, but because their internal state no longer creates additional chaos. Chaotic people confuse consistency with predictability. Predictability means doing the same thing repeatedly. Consistency means staying aligned regardless of circumstances. Calm people remain grounded even in uncertainty, clear even in confusion, composed even in confrontation, self-directed even in social pressure, emotionally aware even in intensity. This level of consistency makes them trustworthy to the quantum field. The universe does not respond to mixed signals. It responds to stable patterns. And calm people generate stability effortlessly. Most people panic when they feel emotional emptiness. They rush into distractions, conversations, or unhealthy attachments. Calm people don't. Calm people understand that emotional gaps are portals for alignment. In the quantum field, emptiness is not a threat. It is a reset point. When you do not rush to fill the gap, intuition rises, clarity surfaces, truth becomes visible, emotional dependence dissolves, alignment becomes inevitable. Calm people trust the space between thoughts, decisions, relationships, and outcomes. And because they do not fear the gap, the universe fills it with precision. This is one of the most important traits. Calm people do not operate from insecurity. They do not need to impress, dominate, outperform, win arguments, control perception, prove intelligence, demonstrate superiority. Their energy speaks for itself. The need to prove is a low-frequency signal that the quantum field matches with resistance. The absence of the need to prove creates energetic freedom. Calm people vibrate from enoughness. And enoughness is magnetic. You've probably felt this before. When a calm person enters a room, the environment shifts. Why? Because coherence always stabilizes incoherence. Calm people act as emotional grounding points, energetic stabilizers, pattern correctors, field harmonizers. Their presence alone reorganizes chaos. This is not mystical. It's physics. A coherent field pulls incoherent fields into alignment. And calm people have learned how to become the stable center, not the reactive participant. Calm people are not just emotionally stable. They are energetically evolved. Calmness signals inner mastery, emotional sovereignty, boundary precision, energetic clarity, mental spaciousness, intuitive intelligence, spiritual maturity, non-reactive awareness, self-command, alignment with the quantum field. Calm people are not avoiding life. They are leading it from a higher frequency. They move like someone who knows who they are. And the quantum field responds by aligning reality to that knowing. If you're still watching, then you're not just consuming information. You're absorbing a new frequency. Your field is recalibrating. Your nervous system is reorganizing. Your identity is shifting. You're becoming one of the calm ones. And once you cross that threshold, you never go back.